Hello guys and welcome back to Madfire on channel. So in this tutorial series we are going to create a simple endless traffic racer game. In this series we are going to check input system which will be used to move our player, and in our vehicle selection system endless level generation with reusing existing level pieces, vehicle selection system which will allow the player to select different vehicles, random enemy spawning, singleton concept, and more. The entire project is available on GitHub. The link will be in the description. And if you want to follow the entire series, then you can check out my Patreon page. The link will be in the description. All the videos of this series are uploaded there, and you will also get premium version of this project which has extra features in it like Facebook login, AdMob, Unity ads, Unity in-app purchase, social share, game analytics, and more. So now let's connect our UI with our entire game. So let's click on our canvas and activate it. And we want to make sure that when we click on play, then our enemy starts spawning and then only we start moving our player. So for that, let's go to first enemy controller. So in update method, we are changing the position of our enemy. So here we will create one if condition. So if game manager dot singleton dot game status is equal to game status dot playing. So if the game status is playing, then only we are going to move our enemies. Then in our player controller, on trigger enter is a method, and last time we did a check that if other.gameObject.name is enemy, only then we perform this thing. So if you go to our level manager, we have on trigger here also, and we here also check for our enemy. So we will copy this if condition from here. We'll go to our player controller and we will paste it here, right? And in level manager we will create one more method called public void game over, and in this we are going to call our UI manager method. So our UI manager has a method called game over, so we'll call this here. So UI manager dot instance dot game over, and before we make our game over we have to set our game status. So game manager dot singleton dot game status, so it will be equal to game status dot failed. And in our player controller, once we have collided with our enemy, what we will do is we will just call our level manager dot instance dot game over. Now in level manager, in update method, we are moving our road. So we want to move our road only when our game status is playing or it is none. When it is failed, we don't want to move it. So we can just copy this, and here we'll add the if condition. If our game status is not equal to game status dot failed, then we can move. Okay, and let's create one more method here. Will be public void game started. So game started method will be called when we click on play button. So in game started, first of all we will set our game status. So game manager dot singleton dot game status is equal to game status dot playing. Then we will ask our enemy manager to activate our enemies. So enemy manager dot activate enemy. Then we will tell our player control that game has started. So player controller dot game started. So instead of activating our enemy in the start method, we will just remove it from here. So we'll just go to our player control and let's see our method. So in game started we are subscribing to this event, which is correct. We no more need this on enable, so we can just remove this, or just do one thing, copy this, because we are going to use it somewhere. So let's copy this and let's remove this. Let's go to our UI manager, and above here just paste your on enable and on disable. So right now just comment them out, because right now we are not using them, but we will use them. Okay, so let's go back and let's try it. So first let me check if we have added our methods to our button. So our play button has a method. Okay, I think we have added. Where is our UI manager? So UI manager has all the components and level. Okay, fine. So let's click on play. So you can see here we cannot move our object and we have got some error. So let me check what error it is. Object reference not set. Okay, let's go to our input manager, and okay, so here we are getting the issue. We are calling this, but right now this swipe callback is empty. We can do one simple check. If swipe callback, then only we will call this. Okay, is not equal to null. Yeah, so here we are checking if swipe callback is not null, then only call that action. So let's try again and let's see if it works. Okay, let's try to swipe. Okay, now we are not getting any error. So our row is moving. It is giving an illusion of our player is moving. So if I click on play, okay, we forgot one more thing, guys. Let's go to our UI manager, and in play button we need to call our level manager. So level manager dot instance dot game started, and let's click on, let's try. Okay, so as you can see here, guys, we are able to move our player. Our enemies are also spawning, and let's see our game over. Okay, you see, so if we collide with any enemy, we show our game over panel, and if I click on retry, our game restarts. I can play again. Okay, so we need to change our distance, so we have to update it. So okay, we are having some issue, our car is falling down. One thing we forgot that, so in player controller, when we spawn our vehicle, we are getting a reference to our collider component and setting is trigger to true. So just copy this, and here when we add our force and do all those things, let's paste it somewhere here, and we will set it to false. So we want now our collider to be not a trigger. So let's try this time. So you see our car is not falling down now. Okay, so you can also add a camera shake effect if you want. So let's add that thing. So in our level manager, let's go to our game over method. Here we can add our effect. So first we have to use using dg.twinning, right? And we will add camera dot main dot transform dot do shake position, and our duration will be like 1 second. The strength will be random dot inside unit circle dot normalized. Then our vibrato will be somewhat 5, then our randomness will be 10, snapping false, then fade out true, and we are adding one more thing, that on complete. So on complete we will call our game over method of our UI manager. Let's try now. Click on play. So that's how you add camera shake to your game.